Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? KMB the 60 Ninja in the place to be as always. Welcome to the New World Podcast, brother. Fueled, powered, you will acknowledge. CrazyHoodiez.com. All designs created by Big Daddy. Also go check out his podcast, Big Daddy Forever. Also check out his YouTube channel, Big Daddy of Cplus Studios. It is a great podcast. You'll get some advice. This week he dropped a great one about what he would do with Marvel Phase 4 if he can go back in time. Also he brought up a touchy subject about if he would recast Chadwick Boseman as, the Black Panther, even though sadly his untimely passing, which changed up everything for Phase 4 from what we've been reading behind the scenes and stuff like that. But Big Daddy tackles those type of questions. He tackles those things and he brings some great light to the subject. So go check it out. CrazyHoodiez.com and Big Daddy Forever. Much love to Big Daddy for always being in my corner and supporting KMB the Sexy Ninja on the New World Podcast and the Sexy Ninja Cast and all that great stuff that is Cplus Studios. And hit a like, hit a subscribe, share with your grandma, share with your grandpa, share with the bum down at Walmart. Let them know about Cplus Studios because you get so much great content on everything. You subscribe to Cplus Studios, you get the New World Podcast, you get the Sexy Ninja Cast, you get Big Daddy Forever. Once in a while, you get some crazy Juggalo vlogs. You get all this great stuff. And go check out our YouTube channel. We have 1.5K videos. We got Pop Flicks, which we do movie reviews. We got the Sexy Ninja Cast that I do every Sunday with Doug. We talk movies, we talk nerd stuff. We got the New World Podcast that just drops on a dime when wrestling things happen. And for this week, I apologize for not bringing any content at all because of the fact that I was pretty much at work for 70, 80 hours this week. It ate up so much of my time. I went to work, did 14, 15-hour days, got home, felt like the tribal chief punched me and laid me out, smashed, Then I went to work, came home, sat down in this great chair I'm sitting in, and just fell asleep. So, but my reviews for Raw will still happen, and my reviews for SmackDown, will still happen. I'm gonna get to those this week before the weekend's over, so you can hear my opinion. But the one thing that's been happening in the news cycle for the past few days is Vincent Kennedy McMahon has stepped down as CEO and chairman of the WWE due to an investigation because he's a cochino. This is breaking it down like that. And he had the cojones, I hope I said that right, to show up on SmackDown last night and made an announcement. WWE put an official statement out saying Vincent Kennedy McMahon will step down and Stephanie McMahon will step in as interim CEO and chairwoman. And this investigation has been going on. It started with the board and everything of WWE, and a third party's coming in, and it's due to him just being a cochino. He had an affair, tried to hush it away, paid a lot of money. From what I've been reading, was this person that he had an affair with, she was making something like $100,000 a year or something like that, and then out of anywhere, her salary went up to $200,000 or $300,000 or something like that, and in the span of when he was having this affair, and he was sharing this woman with John Laurinaitis, another cochino. That's gross. That is gross. But after it's all come to the end, and she was leaving the company, paid her X amount of money, millions of dollars, just to basically shut up, which is wrong and crazy. Especially now, That's the thing I don't understand is how did Vince think in today's world, especially in today's world, that he can do that? To his, because everybody has an outlet nowadays. Everybody can say anything. It's the internet, Twitter. I know he's very old school, and those likings, very, very old school, and he has that mentality of being very, very old school. So he was like, oh yeah, I can just brush this away. It never happened. I paid her $1 million, so she's gonna be quiet. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. And eventually, money can't solve all the world's problems. But I think Vince is gonna get out of this some way, somehow. I think more money's going to be spent, and the fact that the reason why he stepped down and he's under this investigation is because they're looking into it, and people knew about this affair, but they're more or less they're seeing if he spent the company's money on it, on the hush money, it's called, making her be quiet, using WWE funds to hush, so because that is the no-no. If he spent it out of his own pocket, we wouldn't be hearing about it. There'd be no investigation. But we all know Vince has had a few affairs, and I can't imagine what Linda's thinking, and it's one of those things where Vince, I was listening to the Busted Open Radio, Vince, and they brought it up, Mark Henry brought it up. He's like, Vince likes a fight. Vince likes a challenge. And lo and behold, he showed up on SmackDown. I bet you the ratings were through the roof. I watched that clip as soon as it popped up on the YouTube last night so I can get my thoughts on it before we did this podcast. And he comes out, struts like Vince, and he comes in and he just says, there's 4 words that are important. It pops up on the WWE intro every time. Then, now, forever, together. And that crowd goes, yeah, And he just says, welcome to Friday Night SmackDown, and that's it. That's all. Not that he's stepping down. Not he's doing this. And the thing about it is everyone's like, I saw the memes. I saw the GIFs, Triple H, Stephanie walking into SmackDown because they're in charge now. He has stepped down as CEO and chairman, but he will still be part of creative. Vince is going to still be part of the creative process and everything going forward with WWE. He is just not sitting in the boss's chair. What does that mean? He's not the boss. So even though he is helping with creative, he's helping, trying to develop these storylines and still being a part of that process. The only difference though is he can be told no. He ain't the boss. Stephanie is the boss. So there's some outcomes there that I really want to know where we're gonna go with this. That's why I can't wait to drop the reviews for Raw and SmackDown and watch what's going on, especially with SmackDown. I heard a lot of crazy things. I'll get to that on that podcast for the New World podcast. I wanted to talk about Vince, and it's crazy to think that Vince McMahon is not CEO, and it's mind blowing. When this was developing through the week, and this investigation was slowly, this was so huge that it hit national media because it's Vince McMahon in WWE, and you probably had people who tuned into Friday Night SmackDown that are not even wrestling fans, are not even WWE fans. They want to know what's going on. This has hit that level of international, news and everything like that. You got people who are just tuning in, and the fact that he had the cojones, now I said it right. I know I said it right. I feel confident in that. He had the cojones to show up on SmackDown, not even mention what's going on, but just said what he said and said, "Welcome to SmackDown." I took that personally as, bitch, I'm still here to stay. I'm still Vince McMahon, and you better recognize I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to, I'm going to figure out a way that I will be back as the CEO and chairman of WWE. So don't you dare even think for a second I'm going anywhere, because I'm out here right now to all of you, showing you I am still here. And this is going to make I'm like interested now. What's going to be the stories going forward? We got Money in the Bank coming up. So how much will Stephanie interject what she wants to do with these storylines going into Money in the Bank? What will we see, and will we feel a different vibe of the show? Because yes, he's still here. He's still making the creative choices. He's still doing this. And I think we're going to see something a little different with Raw and SmackDown going forward. Because he can probably be like, no, I want to do this, because that's the shit. I want to do this. And Stephanie can be like, nah, Dad, we're cool. Sit down. Dad, I'm CEO and chairwoman. Remember that. And I heard something with Stephanie too. She was she was slowly stepping away from the company because for her previous position inside the company, she was really, really bad at her job. So she kind of got forced out and fired by her father. This is all rumors, speculations, or wherever we're hearing this from, every news and outlet. And to slowly come back as CEO and chairwoman, and this notion of the reason why this company came out so quick to do this is to say, oh, we're making Stephanie CEO and chairwoman because she's a woman. She's the face, it's what you do. You put the woman in charge, and then you show everybody, like, see, progression, see, as a safe face in this time of controversy and everything in that nature. But I think Stephanie deserves the role. She has been born and bred into the WWE. She knows the business. Her husband, Triple H, knows the business like the back of his hand. He built NXT, the gold and black brand, now gone. I don't even watch NXT anymore, 2.0, whatever you want to call it, or Level Up, the secondary show. I can't. Something that was so nurtured and loved and brought to the light, because when NXT first started, it was a little bit of a joke. You had them doing this and that, and then slowly, when Triple H got the reins, it became its own thing. The fact that he took that and made it into this next level of just awesomeness, and like it was like the indies of WWE. It was like the indie show in a WWE product, bringing on all this great talent, and a good chunk of them went to AEW. And you watered down NXT, now 2.0, and made it nothing. I don't even watch. I can't watch it because I reminisce about the old days the gold and black brand brought. And they I know they do pay-per-views, and there's nothing to the talent down in NXT 2.0. It's nothing against them. It's just that my heart broke when they said, oh, and Triple H had to have a heart issue to step away, and they just watered down his brand. his brand. I say his brand because it was his brand. Even though Vince was the boss, even though Vince, made the decision with John Laurinaitis to do what they did, I'm happy that Vince and John is stepping away. And I bet you know who else I think is really happy about this controversy and investigation going on and Vince stepping down? Tony Khan. I feel we're going to hear something or hear a joke or hear a jab about it on AEW Dynamite. I don't know why, because that's just Tony. That's Tony in the bag. They're going to do something on AEW or someone's going to say something. I bet you $1 million. It could be Punk. Well, Punk's out. It could be the Young Bucks. It could be someone's going to take a jab. Eddie Kingston. Somebody at AEW is going to take a jab at this. I know it. It's going to happen. And this is why I really don't care for AEW. Yes, you could say, hey, K&B, it's just good material to use against a company that you're trying to dethrone and stuff like that. Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Taking jabs, but taking jabs every single week or every single time in any nature, the fact that Chris Jericho is the sports entertainer, come on. It's just like, yes, I know the big bad wolf is WWE and you want to defeat that, that beast and whatnot, so you're going to constantly take jabs. Be your own product. The WCW versus WWF, the Monday Night Wars were something so special that I don't think it can be recreated at all, because it was different, it was new. Now it's kind of being recycled by AEW, hiring all old WWE superstars, and all this craziness with MJF. Hell, I see MJF saying something about this, but he has his own thing going on right now. But back to Vince. We shall see going forward with the company, with WWE, what's going to happen. You're probably like, what about John Laurinaitis? We the people! John Laurinaitis! What about him? He looked like a cochino. He is from the get-go. I bet you, I can't imagine the home life. Linda standing right there like, Vince, I told you, slap the shit out of you. I get the home life alone, even though Vince, it can strut all he wants in front of the camera and come out and welcome everybody to SmackDown, I know nothing's going to be said. They already put out the tweet, and we just gotta see. This is crazy. It's also crazy to think, like, damn, Vince is not in charge. And we don't know. It could permanently stay this way. He could be pulling strings all he wants, but at the end of the day, he's not the boss. He's not the boss. So we got, on one hand, yes, he's still helping with creative decisions and stuff like that. But and on the other side, he can be told, nah, we don't want to do that. And now, plus two, we are in a weird, there's no Randy Orton, there's no Cody Rhodes. All they got is Roman as the top guy. I heard some things about SmackDown last night, and I was kind of like, yeah, it's cool, I guess. I'll get to that on the next podcast. But it's like, now's the time, I think, if you're going to have Stephanie in there and you're going to have Triple H at her side, I would appoint Triple H to be part of creative, and let's start building stars. Let's start building superstars in the brand, and not just, Roman. There's so much talent. And now with, bringing them on, and I can't wait until Cody comes back, because I felt like Cody was taking that mantle of being the face of the company. He still can be when he comes back, but now we need to start looking in that pool of talent and being like, okay, well, who's going to be the next guy? Who's going to be the face of this company? We already know Roman. Roman's untouchable at this point. He's the tribal chief. He's in we're in unknown territory at this moment with the WWE right now, because this was the biggest subject of the week, and the fact that everybody's talking about it. People I know from last night, they're like, hey, you like that fake wrestling stuff, right? I was like, I like wrestling, yes. And they're like, yeah, you hear about this? Hear about Vince? Oh shit, that's crazy. And I'm like, yes. And the fact that it's hitting those levels of people who don't even know anything about WWE, they probably watched it back during the Attitude Era. They know Stone Cold, they know The Rock, they definitely know Vince McMahon. You're fired. They know all of that stuff. The fact that we're hitting this level, especially in 2022. This is news. Vincent Kennedy McMahon stepping down as CEO and chairman of WWE because he's a cochino. I know I've said that a few times, but it's true. Try to be a gangster, throw some hush money to keep this person quiet, but this person's like, nah, because money can't fix everything, clearly. And we shall see how long this investigation goes, and we'll just keep talking about it until we see the end result. So tell me what you think of this whole debacle. Give me your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. Do you think Vince will ever return to the role of being the boss? Or do you think Stephanie is here to stay? Will we see Shane McMahon return after being fired by his father? Vince is cold, man. To fire his daughter and to fire his son, and now the daughter is the boss now. She's the boss. Crazy times. Crazy times. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of my comments on this whole situation. Yeah, thank you for listening to the New World Podcast, brother, because it's for life. And let me know what you think of this whole craziness. And after that, like and subscribe. Share with your grandma, share with your grandpa, share with the bum down at Walmart. Okay, let him know. Like, dude, do you know that? He probably knows. He's like, did you hear about Vince? I'm like, bum down at Walmart, how do you know? He goes, bitch, I got a phone. I know what's going on. I'm like, oh, to each their own. To each their own. Here's $5. Pay for more of that phone so you can keep up with this crazy news. Yeah. And go subscribe to Cplus Studios. You'll get all this greatness. New World Podcast, Sexy Ninja Cast, Big Daddy Forever. All these great podcasts, all these great shows, all these great things, especially on our YouTube channel. We are on Twitch. We're going to be ramping that up here pretty quick. These shows too land on Twitch, so if you're not watching us, you're not listening to us on anywhere you listen to podcasts, you're not watching us on YouTube, if you're just a Twitch person, you can check us out on Twitch, and we're going to be doing more with that, more live streams. We're gearing up to do a lot, and after this week of being beat down like I got beat down by Roman Reigns, I'm back. I don't have to worry about that. So you will get more New World podcasts. You will also get your Sexy Ninja Cast, which drops Sunday. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Thank you guys for listening to the New World podcast. Let me know about your thoughts about Vincent Kennedy McMahon not being the boss and his daughter Stephanie being the boss. Thank you guys. And remember, it's for life, brother.
I'm here simply to remind you of the 4 words we just saw and what we call the WWE signature. Those 4 words are then, now, forever, and the most important word is together.